Art is political, and my crochet is no exception. These cute little plushies I've made, these are political statements that I stand by, and I have so many reasons why I want to talk to you today why crochet is punk, and why I feel like you should pick up crochet or another creative hobby, such as another fiber craft, under a fascist America. The Trump administration is now in office, and it's scary times for many who have empathy and see what might happen and worry for our neighbors. In this video, I'm going to be giving you reasons why I think you should pick up crochet or any other fiber craft moving forward into this new era. I think it's important for you to pick up a craft. I think art is super political, and it's a great way for you to be involved, for you to take ownership of your own identity. And I think it's a really cool thing to be doing right now as we enter this digital age when the oligarchs that control our social media networks and free press are in total control. I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think it's important for you to pick up the craft. I'm only a crocheter, so I can only speak on crochet, but this also applies to all arts, fiber arts, knitting especially. We're going to go through all these things. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm missing anything, what makes art so punk to you, and what you're doing during this Trump administration. As a disclaimer, I do not support the Trump administration. I do not support anything that is happening coming out of the administration. And I am truly in shock and disgust by the people that continue to vote for him and continue to support him while he continues to lie and makes your life even harder. This is not a fight between left and right. This is a fight between up and down, between the higher ruling class and the common working person. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see what you are doing with your art during this next era of American politics. One of the first things that crochet will help you with during this dark period of American politics is being able to disengage and get off your cell phone for just a little bit and craft. The beauty about crochet is it takes two of your hands and it really kind of reels you back in. I know we are all so prone to doom scrolling, and all we see is the rage baiting and the big headlines and just the fear mongering all over the place. We are stuck on propaganda machines that are our current social media networks and other media that we consume. This isn't to say that you can't keep up with the news and stay informed. In fact, I think it's really important for you to stay up to date with the news, and you shouldn't be apathetic to everything that's going on around us. But we all know that there becomes a point where 3 hours deep and you're no longer absorbing anything meaningful. You are just waiting for the next headline, and it's painful, to be frank. So being able to disengage for a little bit, work on your mental health, and just kind of collect yourself with something that's productive and mindful can go a long way. It can keep you sane while you kind of navigate through all these terrible headlines that you might be seeing. So that is the first reason why I think crocheting during this administration is super important for yourself. Crochet and fiber arts are also great for your mental health. You're going to be feeling a lot of anxiety. You're going to be feeling a lot of, even depression during these times. You won't know what to do. Crochet helps you reel it in. It can kind of help you find your inner dialogue, speak to yourself. We're waiting for people to talk to us. It gives you a chance to talk in your own head. It calms you down to a certain degree. It doesn't fix everything, but there are plenty of studies out there that prove that crafting is super good for your mental health, and that is a giant priority you should be putting on yourself moving forward. Another reason crochet or knitting is really important in these times is that you can give back to your community. Right now, I am working on recycling plastic to turn into plarn, and I'm creating sleeping mats for those displaced or experiencing homelessness within our communities. The government has proven that it doesn't want to take care of its citizens, and so it does come up to the individual now, and we have to focus on community. Being able to offer things for other folks will give you a sense of pride. Being able to not be an isolationist. I know that's the current rhetoric that you have to just fend for yourself, but it doesn't have to be that way. There's a lot of power that comes with diversity, and helping our communities thrive is super important, which is another reason why crochet, knitting, and other fiber arts is super political. Another reason is the kind of fashion and clothing that you can make for yourself, being able to accessorize. Fashion is political within itself, and being able to create clothing that expresses yourself, and it can give you a sense of individualism that the government wants to take away from you. It's a very punk thing to do, to be able to create your own clothing, to not rely on feeding into these giant corporations for your clothing. You can recycle, you can upcycle, you can create your own clothing, you can fix clothing that has been, torn down, it has been ripped. You don't need another shirt just because you created a rip. You can add something else to it. Right here is an example of a coat that I created. I tore off the sleeves because they were getting old, replaced them with some crochet, and voila, I have a brand new piece, and it speaks volumes when people see it. Having a hobby like this can also add a passive income into your life. By no means am I glad that we live in a capitalist society where you have to turn every hobby of yours into a passive income and you have to monetize it. In today's day and age with the Trump administration, they want to raise the taxes of the working class, and it's going to hurt you. With all the talks of the tariffs and becoming a country that's isolated from our allies, I expect things will go up. So you might need that extra income, which is a shame. And if worst comes to worst, it's a great apocalyptic skill because you can use this as a way to barter your skills. I really hope it never comes to that, but it never hurts to be able to offer something for other people in exchange for services or goods. I know that sounds fear-mongery, but truth is the truth, and I'm glad I have something to offer to society. Picking up a creative hobby like this also gives you tangible to have in your hands. I know sometimes, when the power goes out or you lose access to the internet for X amount of time, you can be stuck thinking, what do I do now? A lot of us have become really reliant on technology being our go-to for entertainment, for information, for any bits of those small pockets of joy. And this is something that you can always have on you. You can bring it out of the house, do in the house, do it socially with friends. So having something tangible that no one else can take from you, that you own yourself, is a really powerful thing. Doing a simple, repetitive action like this as I'm crocheting, it can give you a sense of pride and identity. And having an identity in today's current administration and era is super important. It brings along confidence, and you're gonna need confidence to stand on your opinions and speak out when your community needs you. You don't have to be out on the street with a megahorn, but when you're in spaces that might be passing a rhetoric that you don't agree with, you want the confidence. And something as simple as this can give you all the confidence in the world and give you a sense of identity when standing up for yourself and those around you. And last but not least, I think you should pick up crochet during these times because it's fun, because it's joyful. I know it's scary and I know it can feel selfish to focus on yourself, but you deserve joy. You deserve pockets of joy. No matter what's happening, we still have to live our lives. You're allowed to feel happy, to feel pride, to do something that will give your life meaning. And you don't have to be the next famous crocheter. Being able to complete a project after a week of hard work, it feels good. That dopamine feels amazing. You have something that's tangible, that's there for you. And it's a feeling I really can't explain until you feel it yourself. What I experience when I finish a piece is going to be much different than when you do, but I can guarantee you, you will feel something that is heartwarming and others will see you as an inspiration for it. Thank you for listening to this video and considering picking up crochet as a hobby. I could keep going on and on about how it's important. I think it's a really important thing to have in your life. And for all my viewers who are watching this video, I wish you nothing but the best, and I am here as a safe digital space, and I will do my best to continue speaking out against what we see from this government, and I hope that I can see you as well. I'm looking for connection myself. I am looking to do things in the community. The current date of recording is January 22nd, 2025. Trump has been president for 3 days now, has signed many executive orders that are going to be hurting the marginalized communities, those common working folk, and so many people are going to get caught in the crosshairs. Please be safe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.